Hello, everyone. Welcome in this episode of Rolling with Sean Lewis. Thanks so much for tuning into this video today. I just want to take the time to say thank you for all your uh, support, encouragement, watching these videos, watching the podcast. I hope this video finds you well, blessed, and happy where I am here in Oklahoma at the timing of this video. Um, at the timing of this video, um, it's snowing and it's like 1 degree outside. It's gonna be 0 overnight. We normally don't have that kind of weather in Oklahoma, but because of the Arctic blast, we're experiencing it now. So I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying yourself. You're enjoying the beginning of this holiday weekend. I've just been enjoying the day, but I just wanted to take a minute to ask you this question: how are you looking at your life? You know, we all have challenges. We all have adversity. We all have stuff we go through. I am. I have cerebral palsy and I've been in an electric chair since I was 6 years old. But I do my best not to let my cerebral palsy define who I am, what I'm about, or whether or not I can accomplish my goals or dreams or not. And neither should you. I believe my motto has always been sometimes you just have to find another way. Even before I could articulate to you, that was my motto in life. That's what it's always been because I was always raised by my mom to believe I can do anything I want to do. For me not to let my challenges set me on the sidelines of life, that I might just have to find a different way to do it. I always grew up being very involved in the community, going everywhere. The grocery store, out with friends, out to dinner, wherever I wanted to go. I always went, and I always felt at home there. What I would say is I didn't my mom didn't raise me with the disability consciousness. Yes, we acknowledge the fact I had a disability, but she didn't place any limits on me because she figured that I would figure out what my own limits were as I got older, and I would figure out ways around them. Because when I was younger, I wanted to be a policeman, a fireman, a detective. But even when I found out that I couldn't do those things because of my physical limitations, because of my cerebral palsy, I thought, well, if I want to, I can find some other way to be involved because, I believe whatever you want to do, there's a way to do it. You just have to find a different way. For instance, there's lots of people that are into sports, but they can't play sports. So what do? They end up making enough money that they can own a basketball team or own a football team or whatever they want to do. Or, there's lots of different things that you can do that way. The Bible says all things are possible. All things are possible to those who believe. That's what the Bible says. And as a Christian, my faith and my walk as a Christian is very important to me. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day. And I know I have many different people of many different walks of life, many different backgrounds that follow me, but I hope something I say inspires you, uplifts you, and encourages you to look at your life in a different way. Um, because of my disability, I had some learning challenges. My brain doesn't process the words as words. In other words, my friends, I can't sit down and read a book. But because of my incredible memory that God blessed me with, and the ability to memorize lines, memorize stuff, I've been able to compensate for that in the world. I can figure out technology just by messing with it. When I was going to both high school and college, when I had a book report due, I had to memorize it and recite it in front of the class. Um, I had someone to take my notes for me. My lectures were recorded. Um, my lectures were recorded. My mom spent many nights, all night dictating papers for me as I told her what to say, because this was in the early days of assistive technology, and it wasn't very good. Um, when I took a test, um, I had to have a test administrator that wrote down exactly what I said, and I graduated college with a 3.9 GPA, and I was on the Dean's Honor Roll multiple times, and I graduated high school with a 4.0. But, and I got my degree in May of 2007 in Human Services and Applied Sciences. I now use it in my motivational speaking, my disability self-advocacy, and my work as a speaker and life strategist, because I want to take people from where they are to where they want to be. I want to help you see that it's all about how you look at your life, and I've always been into sports, basketball, football, baseball, wrestling, all the traditional sports. Always been a huge fan of those, but because of my cerebral palsy, I didn't think competing in sports would be a possibility for me. In May of 2012, while watching the Paralympic Games, I found out about something called the Paralympics. I put in your zip code because it said if you don't want to find the Paralympic training facility in your area, put in your zip code. I did, lo and behold, expecting it would be somewhere like Dallas, LA, Colorado, or somewhere like that. Lo and behold, it was right across town in the town I live in, the Center for Individuals with Physical Challenges. I went, they had a Paralympic weekend where I got to try different sports. I fell in love with basketball, although I tried Paralympic powerlifting. I've tried wheelchair curling, and I've tried many different sports, and I enjoy staying in shape. I fell in love with basketball. Basketball consists of a white ball, and your opponent either has red or blue balls, and the object is to score as many of your colored balls as close to the white ball as you can, and keep your opponent from scoring. You have 4 ends, make up a match, and I can't throw the ball, so I use a ramp, which is typically, um, which is typically, um, my, mom. She turns the, ramp up, down, side to side, and each one of the balls has a different density, and depending on where you place it on the ramp, is depending on how far it has to go and what density of ball you're using. But I love it. I've gotten to play all over Kansas and even at the national level in Naperville, Illinois, about 6 years ago. So it's my dream to one day do what I can to take bocce as far as I can and represent the United States on a Paralympic bocce team. But as I said, I'm always up for new adventures. So one day, our sports director, Marty Crosno, came in the gym and she said there was this organization that got a hold of her called Ainsley Angels of America, but they had a local chapter called Ainsley Angels of Oklahoma. And what they do is they take physically challenged athletes like myself and pairs for the able-bodied runners, and they take us on 5Ks, 10Ks, half and full marathons, and even triathlons, which consists of swimming, biking, and running. Well, because I'm always up for new adventures, and because, it sounds like fun, I wanted to try it at least once. I knew I wanted to try it at least once, although I like to participate and do as much stuff as I can myself. And so I was like, thinking to myself, what will I, as a full-grown man, get out of someone pushing me? It's gonna be hard work for them. And, I already drive the electric chair. What will I get out of it? But it was at the Tulsa Air and Space Museum run. It was 9 degrees outside, but I was excited. As I got closer. I started to think of the amount of work it was gonna be for someone pushing me. But I'm like, let's go do this. Let's check it out. Because I'm always up for adventure, like I said. The first time I felt the wind on my face and being out there with everyone, I knew I would do it again because there's no other feeling like it. I told my mom, I now know what I think is the closest I'm ever going to feel this side of heaven to running. Although I believe in healing and I've been healed from other health conditions multiple times, and I'm very, very healing all the time. I know I'll be healed, either on this side or when I get to heaven, but either way, I'll be healed one day. But very quickly I realized that my job, although they were my legs, I could be the heart, I could be the encourager. And so that's what I started doing, encouraging, cheering them on, cheering other people on around us, letting my teammates know about the course. And as I did more races, I began to understand how the chair behaved, what it should do, what it should not do when it's having a problem. And so I've done lots of races now, but because of the incredible amount of support that I found in the running, biking, in the running um, biking and cycling community. I've gone on to do Tulsa Tough, which is one of the largest bike races in the world. I've gone on to do 4 100 milers, and I've gone on to do numerous triathlons. But none of that would be possible without the incredible support that I have around me. First of all, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Second of all, my mom and her incredibly unwavering support of any idea I come up with, anything I want to do, because and the incredible support of my friends that God's voice around me. I'm very blessed to have incredible support. But I've heard many people say they look at their disability as their gift or as a blessing. I don't, and I am gonna turn a lot of things on its head when I say this. I don't look at my disability as a blessing. I think that this is not God's plan for me. Now I think if we allow God, He can take any situation we find ourselves in and He can use it for good. I think because of my attitude and because of my situation and by the way I live my life, that inspires people and motivates people and hopefully inspires them to reach higher. Hopefully they can see God in me. But you know what? I just want to tell you that in my view, my and I can't speak for everyone, but God does not cause your disability or your challenges. Now I'm in a different than that in a lot of people. I think if you allow God to crawl in your mess, crawl in your situation, He can help you overcome and build a good life in spite of that. In spite of your challenges, in spite of whatever challenges you face. We all have challenges, that's not the issue. Mine are more physical, so you're gonna see them more because mine are more physical. But, we all have challenges in life, but we may not control everything that happens to us, but we can control our situation, our choices, the way we move through that, the kind of attitude we have. Because I believe our attitude controls our attitude. One of my favorite leadership authors, John C. Maxwell, says life is 10% what happens to you, 90% how you react to it. Another quote I like is by world champion figure skater from the Olympics. Scott Hamilton always says that the only disability is a bad attitude. And whether you have a physical disability or not, we all have challenges. But how are you looking at those? I think for me, I don't look at my life as a gift. My disability is a gift. But I don't have a disability conscious. My life is not wrapped up and surrounded by my disability. But the way I try to live is, I have good days, I have bad days, just like all you, but the way I try to live is I have a disability. Now what? That's something I can't change. But you know what? I work to overcome that every day. And I try to put myself in a position to be used to be a light to people, to be a symbol of what people can overcome. And it's not about me. I didn't tell you all that stuff about me to say, oh, look at me. But hopefully, by me telling you part of my story, when you look at your challenges, when you look at your challenges, you'll say, I can overcome, I can do it. If you can do it, I can do it. You know, and when you think you have a challenge you can't overcome, I want you to look back at all the challenges you already come. Because just by you being here, within the sound of my voice, you're already a miracle. Just by being here. Because you had to overcome a lot just to get to the situation where you can hear my voice. And I just want to tell you, instead of looking at your challenges and saying, I can't say, I don't know how, but there's another, sometimes you just have to find another way. That's what I want you to remember. There's always a way. And with God, there's always a way. There's nothing impossible. I'm able to do the kind of thing I am because of the incredible support I have around me and because of my faith in my walk with God. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But do I try my best to be a better man than I was the day before when I went to bed? Yes. So I hope that you'll see more possibilities in your life than challenge. Embrace life as adventure and realize God is a good God. Everything good comes from God. Everything bad comes from the devil. God didn't put you in the situation you're in, but if you will allow him, he will crawl in your situation. He will help you make a He will help you make a bad situation. He will turn it for you good if you ask him, if you wait for it, and if you do what you can to overcome your challenges every day, whether they be a disability or another type of challenge. You have to put your faith to work. You have to put action behind what you want, because the Bible says faith without works is dead. So there's a part we have to play. But I did want to encourage you with that. If you would like more information about me as a speaker, you can check out rollingwithseanlewis.com. Sean Lewis Motivational Speaker. I'm on YouTube under the same name. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. I'm on LinkedIn, but I would love to come share with you the rest of my story and look for big things coming in the future. If you've been inspired by this video, please share it with your friends and family. Matter of fact, go ahead and hit the share button, now, so your friends can save it on their wall and watch it back later. Thanks for the support, and I believe that all of us were meant to live life together, do life together. There's a quote I like, it said, "No man on the island," and I have my favorite Bible verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It just means that wherever I go through, God will give me the strength and endurance to get through it as I rely on him. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but we weren't meant to live life alone. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for all the people watching. Don't forget to check out the podcast. Don't forget to um, subscribe for future videos. And if this video has inspired you, encouraged you, or motivated you in any way, please share with me how you might be able to apply it to your life. And thanks so much for watching, and God bless. Bye bye now. I can't figure out how to stop it. Hold on.